Taro should be here in a moment. Stream should be live. Watching my own ads. Oh, I'm not logged in, that's why.
By the way, do you guys hear the background noise? My wife is doing something.
Not much.
Not much, no.
Let's see. What, kid machines?
What was the save I had to make before from being old? Was it a con save?
I can check. You'll have to give me a minute, though.
Because I'm wondering if it's worse now for me if I lost a con. Or if it's easier to make saves now if it was originally saved.
DC 17 con.
Okay, so con saves are worse for me now. Where do I put the modifications for age in the character sheet for abilities?
There's not really a spot for it. I guess you could just put it in your notes somewhere.
Category?
I guess it would be part of your background has an age section, but it doesn't have a lot of space. I would just tuck it in wherever I can find a spot for it. Make a little note. I usually keep a notes tab that's just a bunch of written out lines of notes.
Oh, your thing doesn't allow the Excel sheet that you put here. You said it has to be 20 or less than, and then if it goes over 20, it just puts NA. It doesn't let me put my magic item. It gives me extra wisdom and my age. So.
I see.
I'll just switch it to 24 stuff for limit.
There's isn't there like the magic slot that you put the number in and then that goes higher? I could have sworn. No, let me bring up your sheet and look at it. Alright, so that other section, it increased your score to, it looks right. It looks like your score is 24 now, right?
Now it is. I went in the ability thing in the red score boxes,
yep,
where you put all the equations and stuff for the Excel sheets. I changed it so it would allow it to go to 24, because before it said if it's greater than 20, then it would write NA, like not allowed in there. So
right. Okay, yeah, I guess that's baked in for 5e. We're not supposed to go high. We're breaking the rules. An easy fix, though.
A lot of homebrew, anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Like in regular 5e, giants don't have, or half giants don't have double HP, right?
Correct. It's kind of broken. It's a lot of hit points.
It is.
I don't think anybody's got D12s in 2nd edition. I could be wrong on that, though.
Is Dark Sun based on 2nd edition?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Sun.
It was a 4th edition.
Dark Sun is mostly 2nd edition. 4th edition did have some Dark Sun content, but 4th edition is so mechanically different that it's like not quite the same. But I guess you could take some of the adventures and story elements from that. Those could carry over. Everything I'm using, though, is 2nd edition rules. I'm just sort of modifying it for 5th edition. And that's a good thing. Nobody likes Thaco. Thaco kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You have to refer to tables.
They did love tables.
They love tables.
Tables and tables.
Alright, well, we don't need tarot for a while. So if you want to go ahead and take your turn, Morg, we get started off.
Okay. Hold on. What's going on? What are all these Silt Runners? Are these enemies?
Okay, I think they're all out of the commission, aren't they?
Those are stunned.
They got stunned. So Taurus threw his hammer at them, and it does an area effect stun. So all of these little lizard men are completely knocked out right now. None of them can do anything.
Okay. Our main goal is still trying to just open new doors to leave.
Uh,
Or is the queen basically saying now we're not allowed to leave and we have to kill this astral fame thing?
Okay, so let me give you a quick recap. You infiltrated the palace, but the queen is a lich, a Githyanki lich, and she's got powerful magics and magic items, and she was able to teleport you into a trap, which is an arena that she had constructed here. And then she taunted you. She taunted you and said, if you can survive my trap, you'll get your freedom. But she's like mocking you, and her other Githyanki have gathered around to watch and place bets on who's going to survive. And there are different doors, and she beckoned you to open a door up, and it had monsters in it. And there were all of these silt runners, and they were easily defeated, and there was another one that had a couple of Barogue in it. There's one that had Braxits, and there was one that had a invisible stalker, and you were able to defeat all of those creatures. But then the queen got a little bit angry that you were defeating all of the competition, so she's rigging the game by sending her hound, the Astral Fane, into the combat here. She was a little upset because you discovered an exit that you weren't supposed to find. There's a little door that goes out here instead of through one of the colored gates.
Starting to think the Lich Yankee is actually just the DM.
Each one of these
Soul.
each one of these gates is like a pocket dimension, so it's got no depth to it. You can actually walk behind it in this hallway here. But from this perspective inside here, it looks like there's like a whole zoo inside of each door.
But Soul found, let's see, looks like Soul and Halfling Warriors found this. That's down here.
Yeah, it's a utility hatch to exit and enter into the arena here. It was very hard to spot.
Now, Queen Zagath is on our side right now.
Right.
Yeah. She's a Athasian Gith. She was pretending to be a proper Githyanki, but really she's an underling, and because she had failed to defeat you, she's been thrown under the bus and into a prison. You broke her out, and she's turncoated, and she will now assist you in an effort to get back home to her nest. She thinks that the scepter is the key to everything. Let me read the description of the queen. So, the queen is an impressive figure standing a full 9 feet tall.
This is Queen Trinth, right?
Queen Trinth, the Githyanki Lich Queen. Alright, so it says that she's 9 feet tall, dressed in clothing and armor that could purchase a city on your world. In her hand she holds a scepter. The ruby at the tip pulses with an angry red light. She looks at you and scowls. Spies in my palace. And the combat has been going pretty hard. It's Morg's turn.
Can someone kill the Astral Fane so I don't age to death?
We're gonna move 40 feet.
Also, why is the other queen helping us again?
He,
She thinks it's the only way home because she was thrown under the bus and that she was punished for her failure and sentenced to death by Queen Zagat.
Yep.
So, I wouldn't trust her very far. In fact, she may turn on us right now. But outwardly, she said that she's going to help us.
She is a fire cleric, so you have that in common. Grimoren and her both share a bond of fire.
What, the fake queen?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saved her. Trying to bring her back.
There was some
Okay.
dialogue between her and Warren.
Now, Morg, you'll notice that the Gith monks that are over there by the Fane, all of them are aging as well.
the monks are the ones that came with us, right?
Yeah. So it seems like, yeah, it's got a proximity. If you get close to it, you're in a time bubble and you're aging fast.
I'm
Oh,
going to hit the Astral Fane with Sunbeam, so it has to make a DC 24 con save.
DC 24 con save. All right.
I have a question.
Yep.
Did we end up bringing those dead monks back to life?
No.
Hmm. Did we do anything with the body of that dead mind flayer?
I don't think so.
I dissected parts of it, I think.
Hmm.
Like the iron.
I do 30 points of radiant damage, and it's blinded if it fails the save, or half and not blinded.
Actually, didn't I might be wrong on that, but didn't the mind flayer like became the weapon?
Yes, he became a cursed weapon.
I remember that we were on the flip.
That was the Beholder.
side for a while.
The beholder became the cursed axe thing.
Oh yeah.
The fireball.
Oh, the
I-
mind flayer. Yeah. Sorry
I had
about
no
that.
reason not to trust the Mind Flayer until something happened while I was gone.
How much damage? 31?
30.
30, so
Is it save or it failed?
it failed. It's got 22 damage already, so it's at 52 damage now.
And it's blinded if it can be blinded.
Yeah, I think it can. You blind the creature. It roars in irritation.
Isn't that special?
Dogpile around it, you have advantage.
This thing's immune to a ton of stuff, but blinding is not one of them.
Does it mean it's sneak attacks?
Test
Oh,
it and
yeah,
find
it's
out.
blinded.
Yeah, 'cause it's my turn now, isn't it?
You have to have advantage.
But now I do because it's blinded, right?
Now, Orin, let me remind you, when you look across the battlefield, you can see the Githzerai monks that were assisting you are literally just dropping to the ground and turning to bones. So, you might not want to get right close to it.
I heard that part. What I'm hoping is, can I knowledge to see if I will lose my dart if I send it towards this thing. Yeah. I don't know.
Unknown.
Unknown.
They're returning darts, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't want to return a handful of dust.
I've been burned before, but I can't consider that now. I need to save my friends. So here we go.
Gotta save my friends. Anime.
Ooh, and at 20.
What? Oh, shit.
Oh, hey, it worked.
So do I confirm that? I forget. We don't confirm things.
Oh. So it's a sneak attack and a crit, so you're going to do a lot of damage, because your crit's double.
Okay, so I just click twice the damage dice. Is that how this works?
Yeah, you're gonna do all of your damage twice.
Okay. So I just roll all of this.
Did you also double your modifier, or is it only the dice?
69 on the
Just the dice.
dart itself.
Crazy.
Nice. Now I don't double the number of safety darts.
No, the number is just a magical effect, so it's always the same dice roll.
So kind of a lower number, but this is going to be psychic damage. I don't know if that affects it, but it's 16.
16. Okay.
Yes. The dart was the gray steel magic, so that hoping does something to this pain.
Yeah, it has to be a magic weapon to even hit it.
Yeah. Close touch and all that. But back from whence you came. And that's my turn.
Okay. The creature is badly wounded by your attack, but not defeated.
What kind of creature is the Astral Thane?
A monstrosity.
Okay, that is helpful, but it's not exactly what I meant.
It's corporeal,
That's not-
right? It's an actual. I was imagining this as a ghost type thing. Like this is not quite from this plane.
All right.
But it's
So-
corporeal,
Your attack is incredibly well aimed, and it actually strikes the creature in a vital point, and it drops dead. With a roar, it collapses.
What?
I'm immediately suspicious. The power of friendship can get you far, but it doesn't buy you out of jail.
That's
Well,
really good, because
that's the right place.
had it survived even one turn, it definitely would have killed somebody.
Huh.
Probably.
Well, hand off the will.
Yeah.
Yay, the power of advantage.
I don't know if you ever...
No, it's power of
Idiot
friendship.
move.
That wouldn't have worked if it wasn't a critical hit. And a sneak attack, and doubling all of that, it does like an absurd amount of damage, which was barely enough.
That was the most damage I've probably ever dealt in my entire career. But thank you, Morris,
Imagine
for
you
that brilliant
send-
move.
You send out your loyal guard dog, and one of the people you send it out against just frickin' sniper rifles it directly between the eyes.
Right?
This is, you know,
Incredibly unexpected. That's a CR-17 monster you just killed in a shot there, so that's cool. That thing can
That's
do...
why I hang out.
It can do some pretty absurd damage in age, because if it gets close to you, you age, and then it hits you, and then you age, and then it has special attacks that also age you. So it could probably have wiped out more than one of you had it survived even one turn. That's how monstrous that thing is.
Does being near
That's why I
still
hang
age
out with you
people?
again.
What's up?
Does being near its corpse age people?
No. Its body disperses upon being defeated. It doesn't even leave a corpse because it's sucked into its own time vortex, and it goes somewhere either into the past or the future. It's unknown.
wow, that's cool.
How does the queen react?
Alright, she is incensed. Her pet has been destroyed. Do you know how hard it is to tame one of those? She shouts.
You
I don't know,
probably
you could
shouldn't
beat this
gamble
out.
with your pets by throwing it at people that slaughtered most of your trap arena.
Other pets.
Alright. So, the Githzerai that survived are going to sneak out.
What? Well, I guess that's fair.
They're like 80
I
years
mean,
old now, but it's okay.
Yeah, a lot of them are they're trying to leave.
They're
I guess it's
Roll
time
off
for
the weapon,
retirement.
they're not trying to leave. They get into the hallway and then they begin launching attacks at the queen and her guards from out here.
Wait, who's launching attacks?
The surviving monks, the Githzerai.
I thought they were leaving.
They were.
They got outside of the arena, not they're still in the palace area.
All right. So
Okay.
the Githzerai come around the corner and they begin launching psychic bolts, blasting the minds of the Githyanki guardsmen surrounding the queen. And so they're all locked in mental combat. And they're all grabbing their temples and getting horrible gushing nosebleeds, and maybe one drops on this side here under the assault of the psychic attack, and maybe one of the monks here is killed by a shot from one of these warlocks back here before he's able to defeat the warlock, and so that's going back and forth. The queen's attention is still locked on her defeated pet and what's going on in the arena here. So that was the Githzerai group. The arena monsters are going to go next, and they're all stunned. Except for, what? We've got the Brogue Giants. We've got slowed Braxit. So the Brogue Giants, they're wounded. They're going to close in on the beast here and pummel it. It's slowed, so they make quick work of it. They beat the Braxit. Alright, so there's a vicious pummeling going on as the three Braxits lay into this thing. With their forearms, they're doing 12 attacks. 12 unarmed attacks against the Braxit, and they're tearing at its armored hide. And it's thrashing about, and it skewers one of them in the thigh with its horn. So there's quite a battle going on between them. You haven't opened the other doors. Let's see, we've also got Krika and Master Bacchus, and they haven't left the arena. Let's see. Master Bacchus cautions Krika to stand back, and he's going to cautiously step closer to the spot where the Astral Fane recently was, but it's disappearing into another plane of existence, and so he's able to go through unharmed. So he gets across the arena here, and then he calls for her to come over as well.
What are they doing?
They're moving towards the exit where their other allies have gone already to help them in the fight. They don't have enough movement to get all the way across the arena, though. All right, Taurus.
Okay, never mind.
What?
What's
All right, Joe. Taurus is standing in the arena. You can see that your friendly Brogue Giants are beating up the Braxit. You and Ella, she's standing here with a spear that you gave her. And she's looking around at the various doors, and Ella says, I think we should open the green door. And she starts moving towards the green door. But she's unsure.
Okay.
She says, what do you think?
What do I know?
One of these doors has an exit. The queen said so. Unless she's lying.
Can we insight that?
Too late.
I don't see a point in going through another door. We found a door exit, and we're attacking the queen, and she already sent a peta at us. What else is she gonna send us if we refuse to open another door?
We gotta taunt that bitch. Kill her.
I don't know what to do. I think we should start.
Do whatever feels right
fighting
for us.
shit?
It usually works for you.
You're a barbarian. What do you do?
Aren't we fighting shit right now?
Yeah, we're in the middle of
That
a
one of the
battle.
stilt runners, but it's fine.
We're in the middle of a battle. Our goal is to kill the
What?
queen and get back to our world.
Then I wanna
Ninja,
go
what's the
fight
closest
queen.
thing? Well, then there's the door.
Then get on the table and move your character.
I'm not getting on the table. I'm ready to play. Theater of the mind, man. Let's do it. What do I gotta do?
All right, Joe. So you've got options
Theater
there.
of the mind, Joe.
Joe, you're in a very large arena. You're in the, let's say you're in
Like
you're in the southwest corner of a very large rectangular arena, right? There's colored doors all around the arena. In the northeast corner of the arena is a very small secret door which goes out into the hallway. And Soul found
Great door.
that tiny exit And so the Githzerai have exited out through that to fight the Queen. So your options are to open one of the doors, which the Queen says one of them has an exit, but many of them have monsters in them. So you can either open a colored door, or you can try to get through that tiny little door over on the far side of the arena.
The tiny little door. I don't understand. I can't fit through the door. It's tiny. I'm
You-
like huge.
You'll have to
I'm
squeeze.
large, right?
You basically have to get down and crawl through it.
I don't want to crawl through a fucking door.
It'd be like going through
Who's the
events
small-
for a
who's our
normal,
smallest person?
medium-sized person. It would be like,
Who's our smallest person? Why doesn't Taro go through there and fucking throw his eye through there?
Because it's your turn. It's not.
Fuck, man. Alright,
Theater of the mind.
I'll turn I don't get it.
all right. So
I'm in the room. Can I attack her, or she's going outside the room already?
So the rectangular arena that you're in is 30 feet down, and there's a field of force above you, sealing you into the room. So the Queen and her people, they're looking down and making bets on who's going to win. You can see her, she can see you, but you couldn't directly attack her with an attack because of the field of force. Yeah. So you'd have to get through the door, either one of the colored doors that's an exit, or through the small secret door. One of the two options. Now the red door's already been opened, the purple door's already been opened, and the white door has already been opened. So none of those is the right door, but there is a blue door, a green door, an orange door, a yellow door, and a black door. There are 5 doors left.
It's a lot of doors. I think it should be none of those doors.
All right. You want to go for the secret door then?
Oh, is there another? Oh, we have to pick a door. I thought we were fighting stuff.
There's nothing to fight in the arena. You've defeated everything.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. I'm like, well, why can't I just attack something? I got it. I'm opening the orange door.
All right. You want to run across the arena to the orange door and open it up. All right. I'm moving your figurine. All right. So you move to the orange door. You tentatively touch the orange door to find out what is within. All right.
Can I investigate it before I do that?
Yeah, you're welcome to. I mean, all of these doors are just like a plain colored door. It's a magical door that goes into, like a... So, like, when you touch it, the door just sort of disappears, and then there's, like, another dimension on the other side that's a zoo that holds a
Another
creature.
dimension?
Yeah, these are all little pocket dimensions that hold creatures if it's not the exit door.
Alright. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down my trap at the, what do you call it? I don't remember what it's called. Damn, I'm not doing good. It's been so long since we played, guys.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to find a figurine. Let's see if I put it on the board here.
What is
Arena
that thing
bag.
that I have? It's called a portable hole or something like that. I don't know.
You have your character sheet up?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah.
It's called a. Wait for it. The bag of devouring. I got a net of entrapment, and I got Caspar's hole. There we go. I'm gonna put Caspar's hole. It's a 10-foot deep hole, and I'm gonna put it in front of this thing.
Does that still have what I think it has in it?
It has the the sphere of annihilation inside of it.
Oh, snap. All right. You throw the hole on the ground, and then you touch the door?
I want to investigate the door.
Okay.
It's going to be a plus 16 investigate. I'm trying to just get my roll on. 1 second. God, man, my mouse is all jacked up. It's doing like some weird shit right now. Because my Logitech is updating.
You're not hasted, are you? Yeah, that might be too many actions. I don't think you can throw down the hole and also do another thing.
He does have foresight, but that doesn't give him extra action. It's just advantage on pretty much everything, and people have disadvantage to do stuff in.
Yeah. So if you want to check the door for traps, that's going to be your action for this turn.
I'm just gonna touch the door.
Okay. So you want
Interactive, right?
touching the door is an interact, so you can still throw the hole down and touch the door in one turn.
Okay. I'll do that.
All right. You throw the hole down.
And I'll
You touch
bring
the
it
door.
back away.
All right. Oh, this is interesting. How should I play this? I have to look at what it does. One moment.
The hole is a D20. It's a wisdom check. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. All right. Let me make some saves here. Do you remember what the DC is?
DC 20 wisdom save.
What do I got? I got 16, 13, 17. Fail, fail, fail. Okay, well that's good for you, because what happens is several creatures emerge from the door. Cockatrice, 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 cockatrice. 5 angry cockatrice emerge from the door. And they all promptly dive into the hole and are absorbed by the sphere of annihilation. You hear angry Bagox.
Angry Magog. That's great.
Oh man, I love it.
Have we ever seen cockatrice before? Are those the things that like, people used to ride on in the... Like, those different ones?
Probably not. It's a Forgotten Realms monster.
We got them all.
They all went in the
Yeah.
hole.
Cool. So, can I go in the orange room, or is it just the pocket room?
Pocket Dimension. Nothing but cockatrices there.
Oh, can I can't interact with another one. Can I bonus? Huh?
Didn't you do enough actions?
Yeah, he's done.
Well,
He's done.
No, I did an action, and I did my interaction. I did a little bit of movement, but I still have a bonus action, guys.
Oh yeah? What can you do with a bonus
You
action?
use 50
What
feet.
I want to know is for my bonus action, can I hit another door?
No. They're spaced a little too far apart for that.
But I have things I can throw.
Nah, it doesn't work that way. Physical contact from a living creature activates a door.
Hold on. I can throw with my offhand. I can throw.
Okay,
Hold on. Hold on. Actually, you're not wrong. I got a figurine of Wondrous Power, Onyx Dog. I can throw him. Yeah, it's a Mastiff. It's an Onyx Mastiff.
Yeah, but I'm afraid you'd need an item interact to pull it out of your bag in most cases.
Oh. Well, fuck. Is the Net of Entrapment a bonus action? Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh, I can throw it 20 feet. It's just throwing. It's a thrown item. Yeah, I can throw it.
It's not in your hand
Yeah,
right
so-
It's like it's on my tool belt.
Okay, so you just want to throw your net of entrapment somewhere to trap something, maybe in front of one of the doors.
Yeah.
Okay, well
Throw-
you're not
you
too
can
far
throw 20
from
feet.
you're not too far from the yellow door, which hasn't been opened yet.
Oh, okay. I can throw it So I want to ready my bonus action to throw the net of entrapment on anything that comes through the closest door.
Okay.
And
Sure.
I'll tell people that's the next one. I'm ready. Hit my turn. Done. I'll talk to you guys in 30 minutes.
Hopefully not that long.
Like the ready bonus action.
Taro.
It only took a million years.
1 hour later.
Anyway.
All right, Taro.
Wasn't old.
You're over here by the red door.
Okay, let me. My screen turned off for some reason. Hold on. Try that again. There, I'll choose the phone. There we go. Okay, can I get to the door?
If you do a dash, you could probably get to the secret door. Is that what you want to do? Or are you referring to one of the colored magic doors?
I'm gonna direct as many people as possible to one of the doors. To the door to where the queen is at.
All right, towards the secret door.
Yes, including the air elemental. I think it's here.
All right, your air elemental can get to the door and outside of it even. Into the hallway. Soul is there. The Githzerai are there, locked in psychic combat with the guards.
I would like the. Hang on.
There's even
How
a
are
timid
we
halfling there.
Alright, well, this turn comes later, so I'll be with that in a second. Besides that, I would like to. Where's this? The queen's still focused on us right now, right?
Well, the queen is raging because her pet has been slain.
Mm-hmm.
So her attention is kind of on that corner of the arena where her pet was just defeated.
Hmm.
Or possibly on Orin. She might be glaring at Orin. That's not a good thing, Orin.
I bet she is.
An ancient evil lich is glaring at you. That probably sends some chills down your spine.
Yeah.
Do you even have any eyeballs to glare with?
She has a glamour. She looks beautiful.
Ah.
You can't tell that she's a horrifying undead thing underneath.
Why don't more lichens use that?
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Because then the bards will be attracted to all of them.
She looks like a golden Githyanki princess, resplendent in her golden armor.
Hey, remember the Dream Stone? Wait, no, it doesn't help. Never mind.
You'd have to be asleep. Hard to sleep in the middle of an arena combat.
Well, there's no creatures left in the arena.
Well, there's 3 angry giants pummeling a large beast behind you, so that's a little unsettling. And you're also surrounded by stunned, angry little lizard men.
Okay, I have a better idea. Yeah, the lizard men seem to understand my words.
They don't speak common now. They got knocked out by a hammer toss.
Alright, I'm gonna send an ascending spell.
You can sending spell to multiple targets at once?
No, but I only need to get one of them.
Alright. You're going to send one Silt Runner a message. What is the message?
The way out is that way, and then I'm going to point at the the door that leads out.
Alright.
Can't leave till she is dead.
You put a mental arrow in their head.
Alright. Message received. The stunned creature can't
I
do
know.
anything yet, but I guess they're gonna run away when they can.
Hopefully directly into her face. That
That'll-
aside,
That hallway is about to get
think I'll
crowded.
just- Indeed, that's part of the plan. But I'm just gonna start walking towards the exits for now,
Alright.
with a low-key turn, and then my turn will be over, and then it will be the air elemental's turn.
Alright, so the air elemental can get out into the hallway. Probably doesn't have enough
Would you
movement
roll
to
me a-
get to the queen.
90 feet.
Could you roll me a 1d6, please?
Alright.
Uh, 2 on the roll.
I would have rolled better.
None.
Long rolled a 2 for
Oh,
you.
Well, it's under instructions to punch the guards in the face while
All
they're
right.
busy with their second duel.
Can they get there with 90 feet of move?
I don't
He-
know, can he?
He cannot get that far. He gets out of the secret passage into the hallway. He's behind all of these monks that are locked in combat. They're sort of blocking up the hallway. And you don't have enough movement to get to the guards yet.
He can enter a hostile creature space and stop there. I assume that applies to friendly creatures as well.
Yeah, he's just in the pack here, in the crowd. There's a bunch of creatures in that spot.
Oh well.
This map,
I tried.
this map doesn't have a grid. It's not exactly super accurate, so they're just sort of
It
in
does have the,
a general area.
It has a scaling thing.
Yeah, it does have a scale. These areas are supposed to be pretty big.
So for ref, the sphere is approximately 60 feet in radius.
Yeah.
Help that help.
Well, that'll be my turn, I guess, and I'm gonna go take a quick shower. Actually, I'm still covered in sweat and dirt.
All right. Unexpected. Well, after ring sight, it's Sol. Sol is in the hallway, and he's got a timid halfling warrior hiding in his cloak. And he says, "What is this hiding in my cloak?" "Oh, it's a halfling. What are you doing here?" And the halfling screams, "Help me! Help me!" And Sol says, "I'll get you out of here, little friend. Let's look for an exit." So Sol is trying to find the portal. The portal. Now, where would that portal be? So he looks down the hallway, and he sees that it wraps around that way, and he sees that it wraps around this way. So he is going to grab his halfling friend, and he is going to stealthily move towards this hallway here. They dip into this room off to the side here and investigate to get away from the immediate area of the combat. It's getting kind of hectic in this hallway. Alright. Queen Trinth is going to call down and say, "You have not answered my question. Who sent you, spies? Was it the Githzerai? Are you in league with these rats?" And she calls down at you as she waves her wand around.
I told you the truth already. We got teleported here on happenstance. We weren't sent by anybody.
The guide says she's very skeptical and disbelieves whatever you say, so
Yeah.
she screams, "Liar! Die in the arena!" Alright, she's going to hurl a lightning bolt, which kills this monk. He screams, "Aye!" Alright. Grimorn! Chris?
You can see the flickering of his skeleton.
Yep. He's doing the see-through where you can see the bones and his hair all stands on end.
Any enemies in my bubble here in my circle?
I guess like it might affect the Braxit.
Yeah. Did they spend their last turn in that? Did you do their turn?
The Braxit's dying. All of these lizard men in your aura would be dead.
Yeah, they would have taken like another dose of damage.
Yeah, so these guys, they all die. Vaporized by your flaming spirits.
So we are exiting this through the black door here.
Now,
Is that where I saw the people go out?
no. There's a secret door, which is in the corner of the room right here.
Yeah, it's the black square there. Or is that a different color?
There's a black door over here.
Oh, no, I'm talking the black square. That's what I was looking at. I didn't even notice the other one.
All right.
Alright, so I'm going to use an action which is going to activate my ace tattoo.
You get hasty.
Yes. I want to gain some movement speed for now. Excuse me. So technically, does that give me two movement speed, two actions of movement right now, even if I use the action to activate it, or?
Yeah, I think it doubles your movement. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that I'm not sure of like the amount of actions that I have on the turn that I activate it. Let me double check one thing real quick.
I know it gives you a few extra things that you can do on your turn. So it says that you can use your additional action on your turn to attack with a weapon, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So your action is to cast the spell. You still have a bonus action, you still have some movement, and then you can do this extra thing that the haste gives you.
Okay, and I am here. How far am I from that door?
Well, Morg said this is 60 feet here, so you could sort of use that as a gauge. 65,
Not a big circle.
70 feet maybe, to get into the hallway.
Alright, so I have to use my two movement.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't even get there yet. I only have 60. So let's say it takes me in front of that door, I guess.
All right.
There's no shit there.
Now be careful, because when you get close, you see that Taurus is facing away from a portable hole on the ground.
No, I'm avoiding that. I'm walking around that.
All right. You haven't looked into it by any chance, have you?
No, I'm not going back. I'm not even interested in that. I have one goal, is to go and kill that bitch over there.
You better walk past it holding your hand up to your eyes so you don't accidentally glance at it. Even looking at the hole is bad.
Okay. My circle doesn't go. Oh, wait a second. My circle is then way too big.
The measuring thing is over here.
Yeah, each notch is 10 feet. What do you got, 15 feet on that thing? I thought it was a 15-foot aura for your aura effect.
15 feet, yeah, you're right.
So it's like half that.
15 feet radius?
Self 15 feet sphere.
Diameter?
Same
then?
radius. That's big enough. That's fine. It's not supposed to be, it's not a fucking fireball, you know what I mean?
Well, if it's centered sorry.
Oh, I took it away from you.
Yep. So these are 10-foot notches, so I'm just looking down at it. So if from right here it's like 10, and then it's like 15 feet, so it would be like that, right?
Oh, yeah, I was questioning if it was radius or diameter. It was 15.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's radius.
There you go. Alright. Can I? Is there anything else I can do? I've done enough here.
Alright.
Quite a bit, and then I'll be able to attack on my next. But anything coming in front of that door here will take damage if it's an enemy.
Can the spiritual gardens go through the arena force field thingy or no?
Nothing can go through the force field.
Yeah, that's what.
What if
Have
they,
you guys
like,
seen Lilo
go
and Stitch yet?
Yeah.
When I go
So
out,
why that?
when I go out, yes. You know, I'll be able to reach them pretty much.
Alright. Queen Zagath calls on the power of fire to enhance the speed of Ella of Balak.
Oh, wow.
Ella of Balak is now fast! She takes her spear and she charges! She gets over next to Taurus. And Zagath follows behind her, using her enormous body as cover. Alright. The giants finish pummeling the beast in the corner. And they talk amongst each other, and one giant says to the other, "We get out of here! Where is exit?" They turn, and they touch the blue door. Let's see here. Touching the blue door.
Why?
We get out! Alright, the giant that touched the blue door lets out a scream and falls over as several large cats jump upon him. Alright, so, in the corner of the arena, the foolish giant touches the blue magic door. The door disappears and 3 displacer beasts emerge. All of them jump in various directions away from the giant, and all of them hit the giant. Because they weren't really jumping away from him, they were jumping towards him. And so they're mauling the giant, but it looks like they're all in, like, spaces off to the side of the giant. And they're just lashing at the ground, but the giant is screaming like he's getting attacked. And then the other 2 giants, they run over, and they're confused, and they start swinging at the displacer beasts, and they're not really where they look like they are. And so their attacks are swinging through the illusion of the displacer beasts, and the giants are so stupid. And they're really confused, and they're pummeling the ground and bloodying their fists and hitting nothing. They let out an angry roar of confusion, because the displacer beasts are fooling them. Alright, so that's the giants. The Fane is dead. The halfling refugee is with Soul in another room. I think we're back to Morg.
Okay, I'm gonna move my 30 feet about here. I'm gonna see if my, I know, like, physical things don't go through it, but I'm gonna try to use heat metal on the Lich Queen's full body of armor
Okay.
and see if it goes through the first one.
Yeah, I think it does.
It just says any metal manufactured metal objects I can see within sight within 60 feet.
Yeah, she's within sight.
Custom figurine, you're trying to import something?
Not me.
Right.
Let's see if it's gonna upload. No.
What was
Okay,
it?
So now her golden armor.
I
is
wasn't trying to
glowing
spawn
red hot.
something. Was it this?
How about for
Can you see this image here?
you? No, it's a white square.
Really, the Displacer Beast doesn't appear? That's annoying.
Do you want to redo it?
I mean, it shows up on my screen, so it's fine on the stream.
Oh.
Use your imagination. There are 3 Displacer Beasts attacking the Giants.
So she takes 7 points of fire damage, and now
Taurus,
she has
keep
having
controlling your
a
giants.
DC 24 con save.
Okay. Her armor heats up to glowing hot. Surrounding her body, you notice that there are flames flickering. They're a kind of tainted flame. And you hear like a subtle moaning as the heat that would burn her is transformed into a black smoke. And this black smoke sort of seems to vitalize her. She actually smiles when you do this to her. It doesn't hurt her at all.
What? Okay. Can I drop concentration in the same turn, or no?
Yeah, if you want to.
You use a fire spell on her?
Yeah, I used heat metal.
It's an anti-Grimoire armor piece.
Or actually, would she still be affected though from the other part of heat metal though? Because it also gives her disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks if she doesn't drop the armor.
You know what? I'll give it to you. I'll mark it here. Heat metal disadvantage on attacks and skill checks. Alright. She is burning, but it's not hurting her per se. But it could be fusing her armor so it doesn't move.
Okay.
See if light and divination spell works on them.
I shout to Grimoire, fire's not affecting Queen Dren. She actually likes it. She's sadistic, maybe.
Well, let's see if radiant damage hurts him. Let me test that. She's a lich, huh?
She is a lich. An ancient lich.
So, yeah, radiant damage. There's a good chance that it will do some damage. Okay. It doesn't matter. She has a lot of peons around her that needs to go down too.
Alright, Skywill.
Yes.
You stand in the center of the arena. Many people are moving towards the secret exit in the corner. The Giants foolishly opened the blue door and got attacked by Displacer Beasts.
I saw that. I will leave them to their own devices. That is up for them to decide. We are moving for this exit. I want to see, and I thought about this right after my turn, but I was already down to another person who's Taurus, so I didn't say anything. But I would like to spend a dice to throw a dagger and teleport out of this hole.
I don't think you can. It's got force field that would stop your dagger.
No, through the hole that the Zariah went through.
Okay, so you want to throw a dagger to it and then move through it?
Yes, is that possible still, or is it?
Yeah, you can do that. So you throw your dagger, you teleport, and then you move. Just trying to get some extra movement out of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, 90 feet I can go. Okay. So,
I mean, the hole's only about 30 feet away from you anyways.
right. Is that something that, okay, so where would I land? I'll let you decide what's reasonable based on.
Well, you had an angle that'll only get you into the square.
Okay. So I'm going to do that, and then tumble or acrobatics my way through and around these monks, if that's possible.
Alright, so there's a pitched battle going on. They're using their mental attacks against the Githyanki there. So you move between the monks. There's a lot of telepathic energy flying here.
bigger, but also become invisible. So when I pop out, I will be invisible, and then I will activate my boost to float up when I move, and I'll float up and get as far. Well, 30 feet. You have to tell me how far up I can get close to Queen Trinity. But that's my goal. Is teleport. A poof happens right next to, or maybe inside the air elemental, so maybe a swooshing of air happens.
All right.
As it is
Invisible and flying.
flying. I'm invisible and flying and trying to get as close to Queen Trent as I can on move. And that is going to have to be it for me.
All right.
Is that where I place myself reasonable for 30 feet? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's fine. Let me just look at something here. Yep. All right. Trinth sees you coming.
So she locks eyes with me as I'm invisible.
She's got true sight. She can see through your illusion.
Alright, well, it was worth it. Try.
All right. You're moving close. She commands some of her guards to deal with the invisible opponent that's approaching. After Orin, the Githzerai group, they're going to continue their assault. They see Trinth talking to you in the air and to her guards. They're going to try to help you out. And so they try to disable some of these guards that are in your path. And so they stun this one, and they use a hold person on this one, and they're both knocked aside. And this one they do a bunch of damage, and they push him back, and he flies into this one over here. This one's going to circle around. This one's going to get closer. Alright, so they attack with everything they've got, and it creates an opening for Orin. And then, let's see, the arena monsters fight the Baroque giants, and they cancel each other out, so there's a crazy battle going on between the two. The group of Displacer Beasts and Baroques, they each square off against each other. One-on-one, and the Baroques are getting the worst of it, but after the initial confusion, they start to land some hits. Taurus. Earth to Joe. It is your move.
I'm in.
Are you
What am I
gonna pick
doing?
back your hole, your sphere of annihilation hole?
Yeah. Is that an action or an interact? Pick it up.
It's an action. So you recover your sphere, your hole and your sphere. You have to do it very carefully.
Okay.
Like, you basically have to crawl up to it so you don't look into it as you're rolling it up.
Okay. I'll do the same.
Alright. So, you get your item back. Do you want to move out into the hallway?
Yeah, actually.
Alright, there's a crazy battle going on in the hallway. Many monks and an air elemental are crowded into this small space here, so you crowd in behind them.
Okay.
You're now part of a little horde.
Okay.
Is Taurus's butt sticking out of the hole?
Yeah, probably. He has to basically go through it like in Die Hard, crawling through the air ducts.
Hilarious. Okay. So,
Ella, now's your chance. Pick him from behind. Like,
Speared.
what are you talking about? Yes. Dirty bitch. Okay. Alright. Who can I hit? Oh, I just used my action. Fuck. Okay. Did I throw the net of entrapment at anybody?
Nope.
Through in front of a
Nobody
No one
was
opened the
close.
yellow door, so no monsters came out.
Okay. Well, can I go up and touch it? Oh man, I got a fucking ad break. Hold on. Fucking minute long.
While there's an ad break happening, what happened while I was gone?
Yeah, I think that's it's your turn now. It's like
Well, everybody's moving towards the exit door, and they're starting to engage in combat with Queen Trent. She's got True Sight, so Orin's attempt to sneak up on her is failing. But the Githzerai are creating an opening, so Orin can at least get close to her. She's currently got a heat metal spell on her, but it doesn't seem to be doing damage to her. The Baroque giants in the back of the room are fighting displacer beasts after they foolishly opened the door. Taurus recovered his very, very dangerous trap hole, so there's no longer a death trap right there.
Okay.
so Ringside's turn, right? Or
Yeah.
is there still giving more actions?
What? I mean, I can't go touch the yellow door?
Oh, wait a minute now.
Can't be in two places at once.
It was Taurus's turn, so yeah, Ringsight goes next after that.
You use your movement to squeeze into the hole in the hallway.
He also used
Okay.
an item action to get his hole, but he does have a bonus action. I don't know if you want to throw something.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Keep going.
So, Ringsight, now that you know, what do you do? Do you want to go open the yellow door and trigger the trap?
What does the trap do?
You don't know,
Taurus.
obviously.
Taurus has a net in front of it.
No, Nate and
Nah, it's got to be a physical touch.
you know what? It ain't like he's scared as strong yet. I'll open the door.
All right.
Have a little faith.
Ringsight crosses the arena and touches the yellow door from the side. The yellow door flashes open. Let's find out what's inside. Oh, you know what? I thought, like, the yellow door had the Baroque giants in it. We already did that one, didn't we?
Rogue Giants were from the cells that we liberated earlier.
Is this a different group? Hold on. Let me check my bag
More
here.
Baroque giants.
Oh, you know what? It is a different group. Now you have two groups of Baroque giants.
Sending spell.
No. Friend.
Escape is happening.
Oh, they are ugly people, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Man, what a thing to say.
Diplomacy fail.
Recognition. Escape happening.
Hey, I'm not even seeing this.
Leader is there. Kill that lady, and you escape.
Okay, well, first things first. So the first Baroque giant runs out the door and triggers the trap. So, Joe, your net has been triggered. What happens to the giant? What kind of save am I making? Is it strength?
It's a dexterity check, I think.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. They're not good at those.
I'll tell you. It is
Oh.
a DC 20 dexterity save to avoid being entrapped.
All right, so the first Baroque giant is netted. Somebody's got a little feedback. Who's that, Long?
I do.
Yeah, we're getting weird feedback.
Feedback. Sending us some Morse code over there.
It's buzzing.
Buzzing.
All right. So the Baroque
Better now.
yeah. No, it came back. It's gone now. I don't know. It comes and goes. Sorry. What was your message there? You trying to tell them Queen Trinth is like an enemy or something? What?
No, yes, I'm telling them. Well, yes, it's like we are doing an escape. Help beat that lady, and you can leave. See others like you helping us. Help and good times ahead.
All right. He thinks puny one lies. Golden Queen say freedom after victory.
Well, I can't keep doing the sentence, but I'm just gonna shake my head.
All right. So
Point to Taurus. Taurus knows how to communicate with these creatures with violence.
3 Baroque giants emerge from the door. I'll place them here, here, and here. And the 4th one is tied up in the net. They look around the arena for easy targets. They spot Morg. They spot Ella of Balak.
I don't think there's any easy part. Well, wait, hold on.
They spot an old Githzerai monk over here. And Krika.
8-year-old.
Krika, a little woman. They could take that.
Yeah, that looks okay. Will this count as being done? We had our victory. We can leave now.
Alright, so Soul and his new halfling friend investigate this room over here and find some treasures. They stuff their bags with treasures. What else do you do?
I would like to use my power. Wait, do these guys have any wounds on them?
Not yet.
Dang it, my own hands isn't working out. I was gonna show goodwill when they did wood punches. Oh, better idea. I'm gonna hide behind Taurus.
That would be tricky. He's stuffing himself through a tiny little doorway out into a hallway.
Well, frick, that's not good either.
And to get to him, you'd have to cross behind all of the Baroque giants that just emerged without getting noticed. You're not very stealthy.
I can fly though.
Do you wish to try to fly away? One of the giants might try to grab you if he sees you.
How? I don't have any invisibility powers. Can I just walk away from him?
Well, you provoke an attack of opportunity if you leave the spot you're in.
You can action disengage.
True?
How do you cast a spell though?
Oh, well, too bad.
If they lose. Sorry, I'm having some regrets. Yeah.
Well, the trap worked great on one of them, but there were 4. You weren't expecting 4 of them.
And I kind of stuck to both because I thought Taurus had a plan for that. I trusted him too much. I guess I will just.
Damn, Taurus, I guess Ringsight shouldn't have trusted you. Taurus is over there just wiggling his butt in the chute trying to get through it.
These guys only have like one language, right?
They speak Baroque Giant. Or telepathic.
How about I cast shield if I move away from them?
Well, if they attack you, shield would maybe prevent them from hitting. As a reaction.
Sure, I'm flying away through this.
Alright, you take off. One of the giants notices you and tries to grapple you with one of his arms. Alright, so I'm going to make one roll to see if he gets you. We'll see if you need to shield. Nat 20. Oh, unfortunately, not even a shield is going to save you here. That giant snatches you out of the air like it wasn't even hard.
Well, that. Walk for mercy. Oh well, that's my turn.
Lucky for you, it was a grab and not a damaging attack, though, huh?
Yeah, but I don't trust what he's gonna do next when it's his turn.
Hey, he's probably going to grab all of your limbs and pull you apart. Okay, so Ringsight got himself into a predicament. Soul does some looting in another room. Queen Trinth calls down at the giants and says, "Kill them and I'll grant you your freedom, giants." And the giants snarl. She speaks telepathically.
Dang it.
All right, Grimorn.
It's my turn.
It's the Air Elemental's turn. He's getting out of this situation. Sending him back to be imposing and scaring him into not killing me.
I guess he still had some movement. He has a lot.
Yeah, no, he can go back to the spot he was in initially.
Do you want him to? Do you want him to do anything to the giants?
You know, can you get close enough to do anything to the giant?
Yeah, they were only like 20 feet. Maybe 25, 30, something like that.
I forgot. I had
I'm
a
gonna have him
sword.
try to. I'm gonna have him try to scare them.
Why is he getting... Alright, so I'm gonna have my sword here. Is it like what did it grab you?
Use his big fists.
Is what?
Their morale is high. They're not scared.
You're not scared of him?
His big meaty claws.
I tried to use the air elemental to scare them so that they frickin' go away.
These are four-armed giants. They don't have any weapons. So they're just grappling.
Everyone in the bubble here, they have to do their dex save.
Dex saves. All right.
Radiant damage.
Dex saves against radiant damage.
Yeah, 23 dex.
Damn. I lost my camera save. Hold on. Control 2. What's the DC on that?
23.
23. I don't think any of the guards are making that save. And Trinthy doesn't make it either. Alright. How much damage?
32. And if they fail, they're slowed as well.
What type of damage is this?
Radiant.
Radiant. 32.
The power of God. The light of God.
Okay, so your radiant damage seems to be dispersing the embers that I described around her body, protecting her from the heat metal.
That's interesting. So she's in kind of in stuck in this atmosphere. And the dudes around them, somewhere on their ass, are they dead or?
Yeah.
And there's a few that are left up, huh?
Yep. The ones that are still up, that are in the area, they're going to take the 30 damage. Let's see here. 32? Yeah, 32. Alright, so all of these Githyanki's are taking a whole bunch of radiant damage and trying to cover their eyes.
Still gonna do a fireball. Even if I doubt she's gonna take the damage, but there's still dudes around her, so I just want to kill all the peons around her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I don't even know if they're protected, but yeah, give it a try.
Alright, you throw your fireball.
Just 1 second. I'm gonna roll that.
It's another dex save, right?
Yeah. Same level as before.
23. Here's the peons. I mean, these guys are no scrubs. One of them actually rolls a 20. The one with the 18 also makes it.
Okay. Well, they'll take half. I'm gonna reroll 1 and 2s. Okay.
How much?
I got it.
Oh, yeah. I've got like a notepad I have to like do math on. Although with that many dice.
60 damage.
60 damage or 30 for the ones that saved.
Yeah.
My dog does not like being outside.
You will let us back to our world.
Why did you say it like that?
He's constipated.
I got mud balls.
He's casting magic aggressively while speaking.
Alright. And let's see here. One more. For Queen Trinth. Yeah, at 19 will do it. So she also takes 30. But she actually takes the fire damage, you notice.
He's getting hit this time?
Yeah. So as I described, the wreath of flames around her that protected her previously, when the radiant damage knocked it away, the fire damage was able to burn her body.
Just neutralizing whatever effect that was.
Yeah.
But it only lasts for 1 turn, so for this 1 turn, she's vulnerable.
Oh, it's pretty close. He's up to a while.
That's cool.
So she gets her ability back. As long as you keep retagging her with that, it'll keep her defenses down. Alright, Zagath says, Ella, over there! Redirect! And Ella charges at the giant and engages in combat. Zagath gave her haste, and Zagath is also going to throw some firebolts, and with their combined assault they are able to defeat this Baroque giant, who collapses with a groan. The other Baroque giant steps forward to fight her. And this one, he's preoccupied looking at you, Ringsight. All right.
Doesn't do anything else.
So Queen Zagath, she says, "Hold on, I'll save you. Just make sure you and your friends get me out of here." All right. So she's moving in your direction to help you, and then let's see, these giants over here. They defeat one of the displacer beasts. The displacer beasts defeat one of the giants. And now it's 2-on-2. One of the giants is down, and the displacer beast pounces on him and finishes him off as well. And then it's 2 displacer beasts against 1 giant. Alright.
Wait, what the giant was grappling me?
No, the other one's the friendly group from the prison.
Oh, our friends are dying. Great.
They are fighting 3 very large displacer beasts. It's a tough fight, even for a giant. Okay, I think next is Morg.
I am going to use my bonus action to light Queen Trinth on fire again, so it's going to take another 2d8 points of damage.
Sure. Didn't you drop concentration on that, though, or are you recasting?
No, I left it on because you said like it's fine that she still has the disadvantage for the attacks and
Right.
ability.
Right.
So
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'll keep it.
Okay.
So she takes 5 points of fire damage,
Cool.
and I'm gonna use. Can I actually squeeze through the tunnel, or is Tor still like in there?
Yeah, he got through to the other side.
Okay, then I'll go on the other side. It's about 40 feet of movement. I don't think I can use movement to get across from the monks. Is this monk dead?
A couple of them are, yeah. They were fighting the guards when they first got out. Alright, you enter the horde with Taurus and the monks.
Actually, before I get there, when I'm here, I'll get all these cockatrices out of the way there in this Sphere of Annihilation I got.
Yep, they got deleted.
I'll use like 20 feet of my to be here, and I'll use my action to light sunbeam these guys. So they have to do 24 con save or take the radiant damage.
Does it hit both giants? Alright.
Yeah, it goes in a beam, 60-foot beam. They will take 26 points of radiant damage, or half if they make the save, and if they don't, they're also blinded.
One of them saves, one of them does not.
Okay.
She's blinded and slowed.
Wait, what? They're slowed?
But whoever failed the save in the where are you? Are you in the room or?
What was the damage
No,
on
we're in
that?
the arena area.
Oh,
26 radiant damage.
26.
And then Ninja said your spirit guardians don't go into the arena if you're on the other side.
No. I thought you were still on my side. You were attacking the
Oh,
combat.
no. And then I use the rest of my move to get to the tunnel.
Alright. Helping ringside out a little bit. A blinding beam flashes across the room. Alright. Queen Trinth is going to activate an item on her belt. There's a blade at her belt, and it's going to fly away from her and become animated. see. I just need a little token for it, so let me shrink this down.
No, wait, Orin doesn't have this one yet?
Oh yeah, Oren's going next. Sorry. Well,
So what I wanted to do was grapple her. Now, I know that he said, Morg said that he was going to not concentrate on that spell anymore. And I'm hoping
No, I am.
Oh. Is she still glowing hot?
Yep. She has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
all right. Well, you approach Queen Trenth with the intent
If I
of...
grapple, yeah. Well, you know what? I said I was gonna say, go for it.
You approach Queen Trenth with the intent of grappling her, but when you get close to her, you fall under the influence of her psychic powers. Roll an intelligence save, DC 18.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh. That was barely it.
You made it. I need to look something up real quick here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have to roll a D8.
If you're trying to grapple her, you're gonna end up taking the fire damage from
Well,
that.
I thought, yeah. I was gonna grapple her, but that's when I thought she wasn't glowing hot. So.
Okay, so, well, as you approach her, you enter a psychic field around her, and you feel as if you're passing through dimensions. You pass through the Feywild very briefly, but you manage to catch her as she almost evades you into the Feywild.
Okay. Well, look, I said I was gonna do this, and I'm gonna go for it anyway. I'm gonna try and grapple her staff away from her.
Oh, well, her staff isn't going, only her armor is.
Yeah.
So instead of grabbing for her, you've grabbed her staff.
Yeah,
Now-
I'm grappling for her weapon and trying to.
That'll put your hands on it, but then she's also got her hands on it, so you're both holding the object at this point.
I already committed to the action, so here we go.
So
No, she's at disadvantage, so hopefully that helps.
I think you're gonna have to wait until next turn to try to wrest it out of her grip, though.
What? How?
Well, you already attacked to grapple her.
What?
So your attack roll was to see if you could hit, and you hit, which means you have a hold of her. But it takes an action to try to rip the thing out of her hand. It would be like an opposed strength check. Like, she's holding it. She's got a death grip on it, and she's a 9-foot-tall lich with super strength.
What's she
Right.
holding?
But my intent from the beginning was to go ahead and get that from her. So I don't know if you misunderstood or.
Yeah, you didn't make it clear. You just said you were grappling her.
No. Okay. So from the get-go, my intent is to take that from her. Like you know.
You're not restraining grappling her. He's not
Right,
applying the
remember,
grapple
it's on-
conditions as the
She's
lich.
glowing hot. I would rather not touch her. That was also part of the conversation. But I'm not sure you must have missed that. So I'm trying not to grapple her, but grapple the staff that she has.
You can.
Disarm is an action, right?
You what?
I don't think you can.
That's not on the rules anymore?
Let me look up. I think she's just immune to being disarmed. Like, you can't do it.
5 but not in 5th?
Well, there is like a disarm action, but it doesn't work on her.
She got more balls than you got, man.
Attack makes attack roll contested by strength or dexterity. Okay.
You would have had advantage if she was grappled. But she automatically makes this save, so she just has it.
Is it by plot? Because she has disadvantage already based on the what Morg said.
She's just too strong. She's superhumanly strong.
Legendary action. Legendary save.
Alright. So I fly up to her and do a flying kick and try to wrest this from her hand, but she shakes me off like a bug, and I'm unable to do what I disarm her the way I'd hoped.
You find that she's immune to disarm. There's a magical effect on her wand. She cannot be disarmed. But you did manage to get close to her, even though she has a dimensional effect that protects her.
How about this? Sleight of hand, my bonus action.
All right.
I'll take something out of her pockets while we're tangling.
Okay. You pick her pockets. What she got?
Belt. It seemed like she was about to go for that thing on her belt. Maybe I can take that from her first.
All right. And grab a Vorpal throwing blade. Pretty slick. She's not going to be able to activate it now.
You kick Ains Ol down a level. What? What does that say?
Ains Ul Gaun.
Ainzul Gaun, it's an anime character.
Oh.
Not the skeleton again.
It's Bone Daddy.
Oh, daddy. Okay.
Definitely not.
Well, that's my turn.
A good one. Not quite what you wanted, but it benefits the party anyway. That dagger would have done some real nasty shit. Alright. The Githzerai continue to fight the guardsmen. And they defeat this one, and they defeat this one. But one of them is defeated in turn.
I do have one question. Is she still grappled with me are we still grappling over the staff, or is it just like she just, it's
Nah.
done?
She's too strong and she bats you away.
I understand.
Or, actually, I should describe it more like she phases away, because the way she twists dimensions, she's actually able to just sort of like not be there when you're holding her.
Okay.
So you get her for a moment, but then she slips away.
So she's not exactly there.
Yeah, she actually slides between dimensions all the time. So any physical attack against her has a chance of passing through a different dimension. Fortunately for Will, it was through the Feywild, which isn't harmful, but if it was like the plane of fire, he might have burned himself.
We need magic, and we need a brute. Where's Doris?
Ring sight. The Baroque giant, he's got a hold of you. And he's going to see that you've got some shiny trinkets on you, and he's going to grab at your magic sword and try to take it from you.
Penalty in doing that.
He's actually got advantage. I was just looking at the rules.
I mean, like by the nature of the sword, it doesn't seem really nice here.
When using the disarm action, the attacker rolls an attack roll, contested. It's no longer contested by the target's strength, athletics check, or dexterity acrobatics. Instead, it's a DC equal to 10 plus strength or dex.
What do I do?
What's your higher strength or dex mod?
What do you think?
Dex. What's your dex mod?
5 now.
Alright, so you've got a DC 15 on this disarm attempt. And he rolls a 16. Alright, he takes your sword. And he says, ugh, shiny. Now he's got your sword in one of his forearms. He's going to turn his attention over here at Ella of Balak. And he's still holding ring sight like an object. And he's going to come over to Ella of Balak and he's going to make 2 attacks. One with ring sight and one with the sword. He has disadvantage to attack with ring sight because he's an improvised weapon.
Ring sight, by the way, what is your elemental doing? Like, you said it's trying to scare them. Is it like rolling intimidation, or is it like punching them? What is it doing? Oh.
Whatever.
Ring sight, you just got smacked against Ella of Balak. Both of you take 15 damage. Ella cries, ow, my face! Ella collapses. Ella was not very strong. Zagath curses, weakling! I thought you'd be more useful. Alright. This other Baroque giant is blind, and he's going to attack your air elemental with disadvantage. He does a multi-attack. 24. And 16. What's the AC on that elemental?
15.
Oh, both of those hit. Alright. Your elemental gets smacked around a bit. .22 damage to the air elemental. Alright. The Baroque giant's on a rampage, swinging wildly. A couple of his arms miss. A couple of his arms hit.
Ninja, are the Baroque's fists considered magical bludgeoning weapons? If not, the air elemental resist half the damage.
Half of it? Alright, I'll take it off.
Yeah.
11 damage. Maybe 10. Okay. Yeah, he's just sort of swinging through the wind. It disrupts the wind elemental a little bit, but doesn't do as much damage as it ordinarily would against a solid object. Taurus. Hey, Joe.
Yep. Yep.
Alright, Joe. You're in the hallway. There's an epic battle going on. Orin is trying to disarm Queen Trinth. Grimorn is blasting her with fireballs and beams of radiant energy. She's got some damage. You could see when Orin went in to grab her, she phased. So you know that physical attacks may have a hard time hitting her.
I'm gonna hit her with a physical attack.
Alright, you're going to try for a physical attack. You run up and swing.
This is the Queen of Gath.
You do have advantage on your checks and saves because of the foresight. She's not immune. She phases. So if you fail your saving throw, then I roll a dimension dice, and you phase through whichever dimension she evades into.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run up and attack with advantage. So.
All right. Roll
I have
me.
advantage.
Roll me an intelligence save with advantage because of your foresight. Your foresight lets you know that she is attempting to slip into another dimension right as your attack would hit.
Intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
20.
All right, you made the save too. You and Will are lucky. All right,
Okay.
she opens a portal into the nine hells, and for a split second, you see terrible, monstrous, blobby demons everywhere around you as you pass through that momentarily. But you still manage to strike her. So roll your regular to hit.
I like to imagine when you call a demon a devil or vice versa. It's like calling a dwarf short. They just all of them just stop and immediately attack you.
You call the dwarf an elf. That'll really get him.
Okay, so I'm going to Great Weapon Master attack. Sorry, great. Where is it? Okay. I'm doing a Great Weapon attack with advantage. Alright. But I have advantage on my attack, right? Is that
Yep.
foresight?
Yep.
Okay. So,
It's a little crowded, so I put you above her. We'll just say you jump at her.
Candy flies a free action anyways.
what just happened? I had a 14. I had a double 1.
No.
Fucking way.
That's rough.
Ouch.
A 14 to hit.
14 to hit. All right.
Doesn't a 1 just automatically fail though?
Yeah.
Is that an
I'm not
attack?
sure. It's crit. Like,
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. A double 1?
Crit
What's the
fail.
chances of that?
Pretty slim.
Mega
I
crit
mean,
fail.
you are Taurus.
Hold on. Hold up. Hold on. Actually, if you wait, hold on. I have a thing. I just realized this. I'm pretty sure if I roll a 1, I can re-roll.
I thought that's for damage for your weapon feat.
No, this is my attack roll.
Yeah.
I don't really look. I think I have a thing.
Yeah, check it over.
Uh,
We got some time.
just 1 second, guys. Sorry. I haven't played it forever. Uh, crazy. Beats? On your turn, we score a critical hit with one. Oh, that's a fail. Wow.
Yeah, a swing and a miss.
It happens with that plus.
Yeah, multi-attack though, right?
Yeah, but I'm just like, that's crazy.
Hey, it happens.
You picky bastard. Hit him at whatever.
It's rare, but it happens. Swing again. Backswing. If you don't hit on the
You
first swing,
missed?
swing on the second. Yeah, he rolled 2 1s.
Oh, damn. Okay. What should happen?
Crazy. 25.
And then 25 is good. All right. So, let's see.
Nicholas.
Roll me some damage.
It's like that we haven't like
Yeah.
spent like points on luck and stuff like that.
53 damage.
53. All right.
And then my bonus action is going to be my great weapon attack. And it says, oh wait, that's just, oh, that's not right. No. Is it a sneak attack? No. Not with that weapon. Bonus action. I didn't reduce her to 0, right?
Nope.
That sucks.
You hit her hard, though. She feels it. Your weapon is so magical that it bypasses her damage immunity.
Is she a demon by chance?
No. An undead.
Oh, she's undead. That's good. That's good because guess what? I didn't add this damage. Where's my fucking thing? My weapon. My weapon is imbued with a holy symbol that can be used to enhance a melee weapon. When attached to the weapon, becomes permanently fused to it. Plus one magic silvered weapon. The weapon counts as divine. Deals an additional 2/8 damage to undead or evil outsiders.
Alright.
So I do an additional 2/8.
More damage.
Another 8 damage.
Alright.
61.
That hurt her bad. She did not like taking that hit from your magic weapon. Your legendary magic weapon. Wizards rarely like taking a melee hit. She has so many defenses that it's shocking that you managed to land one.
I'm done.
At the end of your turn, she uses a legendary action. 3 of them, in fact, to disrupt life. Each non-undead creature within 20 feet of the Lich has to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw, or they take necrotic damage.
That's not great. That's freaking good.
I think I'm safe.
You said DC 18 what save?
It is a DC 18 con save.
That's not like a good one.
Does that go through the arena thingy? I'm still in the tunnel of the arena.
No, it won't.
You get advantage on that?
I fail.
You have advantage because of foresight, Joe.
Hey,
So
19
pretty much everyone
damage.
that's out here.
26.
Arena gets it.
26.
Except for Soul.
Alright, so it's doing 19 necrotic damage even to her allies.
I feel my life force being sucked out through.
Alright, so who takes damage? Joe?
I did.
I have 26.
You made the save. Alright. It's a save for half, so you're still going to take 10 necrotic damage, Joe.
Oh.
And Oren, you take the full 22?
What
Or-
22 it was?
No, 19, sorry.
19, got it.
Alright. She toasts her allies. She toasts one of these monks here. He gets hit with the 19. This one gets hit with the 19. No, he was already dead. Okay. These ones were already dead. Alright, so that was her legendary action. Ring sight. You are still in the arms of the Baroque Giant.
Did she move from there?
Nah, she's still staying put.
No, so she has to roll radiant damage.
Yep.
Right, I think I've had enough of this guy. He's actually pissed me off now. So, first thing I'm gonna do is leave the grass.
Oh, it's actually a wisdom save.
Okay.
not a hit. 23 wisdom. For everyone staying in my circle at the end of their turn. They need to take damage.
She fails. How much damage?
Once again, I gotta roll again. Re-rolling ones and twos.
Robbing you wasn't enough to piss you off of your first. You wait until you use you as an improvised weapon.
Oh no, I waited until he hurt him.
38 radiant damage.
Alright, 38.
And she is slowed.
Alright.
to do what you want to me. Well, no, you can't. You can't do that either. But you certainly can't hurt someone else on my watch.
And it would be the same for our friends, the wizard and the warlock, if they finish their turn.
They're dead. They died. The wizard especially. He didn't have that many hit points. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to melt out of his hand.
What are you using? Gaseous form?
Revelation flesh. My body is stuffed and slimy and pliable.
Ah. Okay, you turn into goop.
I took 10 of the damage.
Alright.
They
Yeah.
get a 10.
Nice.
I will then walk over to the person's feet. Did I need to do that so I can use lay on hands to heal them?
Okay. So you go to Ella of Balak and heal her. Alright, cool. She was defeated by the Baroque Giant. So you heal her head wound and her fractured skull, and she snaps back to life.
Okay, now I have a question. Was the giant hurt at all?
No.
How many friends do you have left?
Well, he had 13 damage on him. That's not a lot. I think he got hit by a beam.
Fine. Yeah, I hit them with radiant damage.
He's the one that made the save. The other one was the blinded one that took full damage.
What about the other two?
One's dead.
One of them is
Or no, he's not dead. He's just in the net and he can't get out.
What's the other one?
That thing is still holding ringside?
no, he gooped out with some
Grab.
goopy flames.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think there's
another
just
one.
I think there's just the three of them.
I thought there were four. Like one got caught in the net and the other.
Well,
No,
they
that's
have
not
4 arms. I don't know if there was 4.
What about our allies who are also these giants?
There's only one left and he's fighting 2 displacer beasts.
I'll give it a high.
Are the other ones like dead?
They were defeated. I'm not tracking their hit points. I'm just assuming they're not going to survive.
What? How do I make sure all of these kids don't die? Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Mm.
I'm gonna use the telepathic bond spell. How far away is the giant being attacked by the poison beasts?
All the way across the arena. What's that, 50 feet?
It's about 40 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to signal to this guy that I'm just gonna stand over here. Please don't attack me. I'm not going anywhere yet. And then I'm gonna try to move like 20 feet in that direction.
All right. Moving towards the allied Baroque Giant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're moving through the stunned silt runners towards it.
And I'm gonna telepathic bond with as many creatures as possible.
Okay. Well, there's a bunch of passed out silt runners here. You can try to bond with them, I guess.
Makes the beasts talk.
No, they're just beasts.
Okay.
If you speak with animals, maybe.
run his ass over here.
All right.
Or not disengage his ass over here. So they get Mole on the way out.
Sure.
And then, I'm going to try this again. I am not your enemy. And even if I was, I point to the people currently beating up the evil queen over there. You don't have to fight to get out. You can just leave together. And we have plenty of food and stuff. Life is better for you if you don't beat us up.
All right.
It's temporary truce, please.
But they are dumb berserkers, so chances are this isn't going to work out.
I can frickin' try, Donnie.
Yeah.
I'll give him something as a sign of goodwill. I have too much garbage already. Let's see.
I don't know if we have time for this much discussion.
I'll go with that again.
Soul's going to emerge from this side area here, and he's going to give a bardic inspiration to Taurus. And the halfling is going to stand next to him and to also cheer, like little backup dancer.
That's fine. I will give him. I know this item is something, but I forgot what it is. How many items? Are there a few items left? I thought one. I have a bunch. I'll just empty out all my food items. I got early legs and sweet
Okay, you dump your food bag onto the ground. Free food!
Now help us fight the giant beasts who can kill you and me. So, what happens
I'm not sure if telling them to then? For you against things that will kill them is a good idea.
They have to fight it anyway.
All right.
We're all gonna die if we keep doing this.
Queen Trinth is going to reach for her belt, realize that she's been robbed, and get a little bit cross.
A little cross. I'll give a little smirk.
What a little... yeah, that's the end of my turn, and the elemental can, I don't know, stand in front of me so I don't get clobbered immediately.
And the air elemental just punch this blind baroque?
I'm trying to make the rogue not kill me right now.
All right.
Oh, okay,
I'm just going to bring him over to where you're at then. Flies away from the giant that you're trying to negotiate with. All right.
Trying to build a small army over here, don't mind me, guys.
Queen Trinth is enraged, and she's going to lash out with her most powerful 9th level spell.
Oh no. Bye guys.
Glad I wasn't over there.
Does the arena wall protect me?
All right. Let's see. You utter a word of power that can compel one creature you can see within range to die instantly.
Oh.
Well,
Oh no.
All right, Oren. This is the test. Power word kill has been leveled in your direction with all the power of an ancient lich.
yeah. So there's no save, right?
Power word kill has what does it have?
I don't think there's a saving throw.
There's no save, that's the whole
Have a
point.
certain amount of health, then
You just die.
You die instantly if the creature you choose has 100 hit points or fewer. How many hit points do you have?
63.
Oh,
Oh!
bam! She got you.
Yeah.
Well, frick.
Oh man, we're out of diamonds. Aw.
I just, she smirks and she just says, die. And, I die. I just clutch my chest and fall to the ground.
She strikes you down with a powerful spell. Necromancy washes over you and sucks your soul out. All right, Grimorn, you see this happen. Very dramatic.
I inflame and rage. I am going to move towards her.
All right.
Gonna come face to face and then fireball the fuck out of her.
All right. You unleash a powerful fireball. She's still affected by the radiance. Her fireproof shield is not in effect.
There's so much shit. Nothing will stand. Okay. Yeah, and it's gonna be a big one. I'm pissed off.
Oh, she rolled so bad. Look at that. Even with advantage from magic resist, she only has like a friggin'. That's not good. Not good for her. Yep. She got like a 12.
Let's see how much I can get out of this giant fireball of hell. How many dice is it? Oh, it's gonna be the biggest fireball I've never done.
With Geico, you could save 15% or more.
It's just a +5. We're rolling all the ones and twos. It's another 60 fire damage.
All right. You unleash all the power of the God of Flames at Queen Trinth. Her glamour shatters and reveals that she is this ancient undead creature. Crackling with energy. Her golden armor partially melted off of her. You unleash all of your flames and it burns her down to the very core, and her bones crack under the heat and shatter apart into dust. And there's an echoing cry as she is defeated. And you sense that her spirit is angered and is hovering nearby and lashing out with psychic and magical energy and necrotic energy, lightning bolts flying everywhere. Her spirit seems to be retreating somewhere. It disappears and goes away. Retreating to her lich phylactery somewhere. But you have defeated her physical form. Her staff drops at her feet there by her broken bones.
I'm gonna. I still have actions at the end of my turn. I'm still on 8, so I'm going to kick in the staff inside my bag of holding.
All right.
I'm gonna say, hey, Prius. We act out of turn now, or?
Are the Baroque Giants and the Displacer Beast still trying to kill us?
I mean, I don't know if you guys want to play this out as combat. We don't have to. Like, these Baroque Giants are gonna go attack the other Displacer Beasts and help that Baroque Giant, because, like, yeah, they're bros before liches or whatever.
I'm gonna head towards the rune.
Wait, stop, hold on.
Bros.
That's the direction I'm gonna head towards.
I mean, telekinetically, this diamonds you can heal, you can bring him back to life.
I think he was joking. He probably has diamonds.
I don't, but Taurus has.
Yeah.
But I still like feeling.
Taurus is like, oh, it's real tragic that Orin's dead. I have no diamonds for you, sorry.
move. Like, I'm not so sure that the fight is done.
I'd still, if that's the case, that's even more reason. Take the diamond.
Guys, we got 45 minutes left. Let's do it.
Well, what I'm saying is the Baroque Giants are distracted with their own combat with the Displacer Beast, so if you guys want to ignore them, you can do that for a bit.
But while they are finishing that guy, I'm gonna ask Thor to give me some diamonds, and I'll bring on back to
They can go. Let's do it.
life. Hey, there's some ash left of that lich too.
Sure.
Ashes. I'm going to sneak that in my bag of holding too.
All right.
Because that has to be worth something.
Lich Ashes, for sure. A powerful magic item for creating more powerful magic items.
I scream at the ash and say, "Why were you so unreasonable? I told you the truth," and I sunbeam the ashes.
Yep.
I'm bringing you back to life.
Awesome, thank you.
Is it dead, or is he 0 and we can heal him?
He's dead.
It's immediate death.
Okay, we're bringing your soul back to your body.
It was the 9th level no save insta death spell. The worst one in the game.
At least it's not like permanent, where permanent death and can't use resurrection or something.
Right.
I did use it.
You still have an intact body to be brought back to life. You just have to stuff that soul back in the body.
And then after that, I'm gonna let the team know, like, we have to see where their spirit went. I don't think we're done with this monster.
Let's see here. I'm supposed to read this section to you, I think. As you strike the last blow, the queen falls dead. All around you, things begin to shake and groan. Cracks begin to lace the walls. The entire place seems to be breaking up. Below you, you can feel the asteroid shake. It appears that things are not going to hold up well. A sharp crack and some rumbling sounds are next. Down the tunnel, a support pulls apart, and a huge boulder falls free. Amid all of this chaos, you hear a voice in your head. I alone can get you out of here. Without the Queen to control it, the Nightmare Gate will explode. If you want to live, you must act quickly. With a sudden shock, you seem to realize that you are hearing the thoughts of Urinalor, the staff. Down the stairs, you see dozens of Githyanki coming towards you. They have all drawn their weapons and have rage burning in their eyes. Suddenly, Krika and her group of Githzerai in armor appear, and with a roar, they fall upon the Githyanki, and soon the corridors are filled with a pitched battle. So, Grimorn, the staff is talking to you. The staff is saying, I can get you out of here.
Now I have 2 weapons in my head talking to me.
Oh, frick, I forgot about that.
And how are you gonna help us? How are you gonna be able to do that for us?
Only I can activate the gateway. The staff is the key.
We have time to loot the queen.
The palace is a construct of her psychic power and is actually dematerializing around you.
Oh, that is crazy. So I'm gonna send a message to the rest of the group and say we are on a time crunch, and this magical staff will help us go back home.
Give me your staff. Maybe I can try to stabilize it, buy some time.
The staff seems to be leading you towards a staircase.
I'm gonna say tell the group to follow me or to come in my direction. We'll head there.
All right, you enter a room and see what may be the strangest sight in this very strange place. Against the far wall, a line of posts stand, with visible fields of force between them. An arch leads to a swirling pool of colors. It looks very much like the vortex that got you here in the first place, but much more violent. You stand before the Nightmare Gate. It's surging even more wildly. You can see your homeworld, Athis, just on the other side of the gateway.
Oh, Zagat asked he's gonna come back too.
Yeah, she's with you. As
how
well
are you
as
guys doing?
Ella of Balak.
I'm still on Ace.
She did technically help us. You know, we bring her back home.
Well, I did tell her that I was going to bring her back and that she's going to work for me at the temple if she helps her.
Master Bacchus and Krika are going to approach the party, and they're going to thank you. And they're going to say, without your help, we wouldn't have been able to defeat this monster.
Yeah, she was quite powerful. She put one of her friends down in an instant. I've never seen that kind of magic except for the type of magic that a sorcerer king could do.
They nod solemnly. We have lost many friends as well.
Are you going to survive in this world?
It is our mission to undermine the Githyanki wherever they go. We'll find other places where they've set up base, and we'll fight them there too. This has been a good day, a good victory for the Githzerai.
Oh, like,
The place is exploding. What do you mean? What else? Let's go.
wait, I do want to see that staff and see if I can, like, make it survive longer.
The stuff is fine. It's the world around us that's fine.
Yeah, but the world is like a construct of the psychic power bench between us, so I feel I can't stabilize it to buy more time to do more evacuation.
With Ace, is there any other actions I can still take here?
What do you want to do?
Is there a room around where I can go in and just grab stuff?
Treasure! Orin got the treasure that was grabbable. There was a staff and there was a dagger. You have both of them.
Any
I thought you
gold
offered
or
help.
any riches?
Nah, there's no treasure listed for her other than that.
Yeah, well,
Nice and stuff, but yeah.
I'm gonna tell the group to get through the portal, and I'll step the last while I'm holding the staff. I'm gonna go in with the staff first in case it closes everything behind.
I guess if you want to grab a chunk of her melted armor, you could probably grab that.
Yeah.
Solid gold.
It is solid gold. Yep.
I'll shove that in my bag of holding.
So you have a big chunk of melted gold.
That's nice. Pay for some tattoos.
All right. So Ringsight is checking the wizard staff. Hey, Ringsight, roll me a wisdom save, DC 18.
Okay. Was the save?
Yep.
Alright.
You have advantage on wisdom. Check.
I don't. I'm a sorcerer. Wait.
No, you do because of
Oh,
the
the foresight. Right. Ninja, just do the roll so everyone can see it.
You want me to roll? All right. Let's see here. I rolled a 14. What's your bonus? All right, so you got a 19. All right, so Urinalore tries to take over your mind, but it failed.
You are very
What? She's in the.
No. The staff itself is sentient and tried to take over his mind when he touched it.
Why you gotta try to do that? What was that for?
It's just a thing that happens when you touch it.
I'm chastising the staff.
Krius didn't actually touch it. He just kicked it into a bag of holding. So he dumped it out into your hands, and then you got affected.
Can I use it now?
Well, I mean, it's a staff. It'd do some bludgeoning damage if you hit something with it.
You might want to identify it first. But it's not really time for that. This is like time to escape the destroyed world around us.
The castle is falling apart around you.
Let's get
Alright.
Krika and Bacchus have to teleport away, so they wave to you farewell and say thanks again, and then they disappear in a blink.
Alright, so I'll just do as much as I can to get as many of our allies out before we have to go.
Yeah.
All right. Do you shout to the giants and tell them run this way?
Yes. And
Hooray!
more he is.
All right. Here come the giants charging towards you, and before you, you see this pool of swirling, frothing colors.
There's a half link as well.
The portal to home is right there. Do you jump through?
Yep, after the job is done, yes.
You guys have me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're back to life too.
Wait, did you take my diamond actually? I need to know.
No, Taurus.
Okay.
Taurus is the older of reviving diamonds.
So, Orin comes back to life. You were just momentarily standing outside of your body looking down at your own corpse, and now you are back in your body, and the world around you is falling apart.
That makes sense.
I revenge you. I revenge you for killing you.
I guess I Orn into believing that we had to disturb all of reality just to bring him back.
Now you hold one to the Lord of the Flame.
Or are you his freaking debt collector?
Yeah. Hey, I got some cool rich hashes now. I'll be interested.
You owe the Red God one life.
You gotta burn some home for me.
Burn some home.
Yeah, that's the curse of coming back from life from the Lord of Flames.
He wants you to set fire to buildings for him.
Yeah.
Oh, burn some homes, you said. Oh, that sounds just like you.
Yeah. And we're finally leaving this goddamn freaking world that we got stuck into.
Yeah.
9 left with 50 freaking magic books.
All right. So does everybody jump through the portal, return to Athos? All right.
Sure, yeah, we did.
And then after you get back to the other side, you re-emerge back into exactly where you left from. You awaken in a dark place. It takes a few moments to get your bearings. You realize that you are under the Black Spine Mountains in the area that once held the Nightmare Gate. The entire place is ruined now. The great city that was once here has been shattered. The bodies of the 200 Gith soldiers that were used to activate the gate are all laying decayed, half decayed, around the obscene gate, which is twisted and bent and no longer active. So the gateway to this other world has closed, and you have been returned to your
Early in
homeworld.
Dark Sun, huh?
How long will we
Just
gone?
regular pancakes.
Mm,
Well, that's the thought. How long were we gone? Was time dilated?
Oh,
probably a couple days.
Wow.
It's not too bad. Yeah, they're rocks. That's a good set. Wait, I have another question. In my inventory, I put down something called 20 Gith Ashes Psionic Plans. I don't know what that does.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's probably something from like very.
Is that
like,
before we left?
Long ago. I got it from inside that place after we been from it because I it was under the spell book.
Maybe not sure. Maybe when we were in the Library of the Queen, or before in the Meteor.
Maybe you can search for whatever that is.
Hey, Ringsight, have you got 2 identify spells?
I have infinite because I have more than 10 minutes.
Alright, you may want to identify Queen Trinth's 2 items here.
Alright,
Yeah, plus that. Can we do that staff as well? Yeah.
So, Orin, you've got the Vorpal throwing blade, and Ringsight's holding Urin and Lore the rod. A rod of rulership. It's also a rod of magical sundering, so you can smite things with it, and it does a whole bunch of thunder damage.
cool.
What about the sentient ship?
Oh yeah, it's definitely sentient. It tries to take over anybody that wields it
Why?
because that's what it does. It's sentient.
In order to do what though?
To control your body,
So, what's its objective is my question.
to rule. Either you rule it or it rules you. Whoever has the stronger will.
Alright, well I guess that's a present for a king.
A king with high wisdom.
I'll take it.
Alright.
And the Vorpal throwing blade is a adamantine animated throwing sword.
Wow.
That is pretty cool. What does that do? Like, except for what are the effects of all that?
It's got the stats of a flying sword, a small construct, 20 hit points, or AC 20, 30 hit points, speed 50, and it can make attacks.
So it's like a sneaky little weapon, huh?
Yeah, you throw it out and it just continues to try to stab. Flies around like a boomerang.
It sounds like an Orin weapon.
Well, he stole it. He's got it.
I like that.
Well, fair and square.
It's a nice one because once you activate it, it can continuously attack, just like your summon sword.
Well, that is nice.
What else is the staff doing?
Actually,
Like, is
kind of
there anything else?
Yeah, that's it.
And we have the gold and we have our hashes.
Yes.
And we got into our library and got a bunch of.
Maybe that's what the 20 things is 20 like books from her library, Ringside.
No, I have books for just spell books for a different thing. These are plans for something.
Were they the maps of the city here?
Yeah, it might have been a plan.
There are a bunch of those.
Yeah, there was like in the asteroid there were maps of the city.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was map size. Those are the plans to do something psychic.
Yeah, they were like holographic maps too, not like physical maps you could carry. So I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Maybe it'll come to me later.
Bringing back an holographic map to our world would be pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it would. Githzerai technology from another dimension.
Yeah, that's like futuristic stuff. We have no idea. Powered by a magic that we have no idea about.
Well, congrats everybody. It's 11:31. We still have a little bit of time. Everybody leveled up.
Oh,
Yeah.
18. Damn, level 18? Holy shit.
So congrats on the level up. Have
What did
fun
I give us?
leveling your characters up. I think your bonus stays the same, but you probably get class abilities, new spells and things.
No, it's not until 19.
This rod is very good for attacking people.
Yeah, it is. Does armor damage
Yeah.
and thunder damage.
You have high
What are
will.
y'all doing?
Yeah, I have really high will.
It's a wizard weapon though. It's pretty rare for a wizard to actually like smite something with his
Hey,
weapon.
While everybody's here, I wanted to go ahead
Hey,
and
only
say,
wizards can use it?
No, anyone could use it. It is a wizard staff.
You want to say what?
while everyone was here, I wanted to go ahead and say I talked to Ninja a few weeks ago, and I've just had a really busy time going on. I really have trouble dedicating the time for this. I love playing with you guys. I want to take a break from this, so at the next juncture, my character is going to go to the fort and start doing the side quest stuff.
Yeah.
I'll finish that level.
Let you go dab in your random singing.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, you got kidnapped and sent to a prison out of space on the planet alien with.
Yep.
I could add like 50 other descriptions of the situation.
It's a hell of an adventure to retire on.
Yeah.
And he was mostly fine.
Yeah. No, I think there was only like one time I almost died for this. I'm probably still gonna work on the side with Ninja. if that's okay, Ninja, I want to still work on the side and build that army we were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do world building
Um,
stuff, set up the fort, set up the
Yeah.
armies, figure out what
I'd
your
like to
character
build
would do in the
something up
background.
for you guys, and set up for the big adventure when we go against Boris, the dragon. And I want to have an army for you guys. I want to ride in the final one we end up doing, whatever. I'll ride in like.
Well, you all
and,
collected a lot of steel weapons from this adventure, I think. You should have bags
and
full
I'm
of them.
taking them all with me to give to my lieutenants and shit.
So you're going to have a well-equipped army for Athos. More metal than most people have.
Just- I'm planning on doing a whole bunch of world building with Ninja and making that fort, getting it all plussed up and shit, and letting these guys really just build their own army and train them, train everybody and train the trainers.
I need you to level up the fighter skills of one of my giants. One of my fire
Yeah.
giants.
That'll be a part of it, for sure.
Does everybody have their figurines off the table here?
I moved them off on one of the ledges.
And,
the
s-
carpet and some NPCs.
Krios, I'm
Yeah.
going to put this note card over here by you. This is the treasure cards here.
If you
took
guys
me in the
continue
play?
on Wednesday or change to a different day, I'll still be in the chat. I'll still pay attention. If I'm free, if I'm absolutely free, I might just pop in and hang out.
Sounds good to me.
You're level 18, by the way.
Hell
Hey.
yeah.
Did you guys take me my character looks like? Someone got me. I can't.
I think Krios moved everybody, right?
Yeah, everybody's by Saul's.
Alright, cool.
The rest is a lot of NPCs. I'm not sure. Ninja, you might have to scan to see if you're missing anything.
Is there a way to like detach this hull from underneath?
Yeah. Where's it at? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so to do it, you click the combine tool, and then you click on yourself, and you want to drag to this wooden part of the table here, and then it should detach.
Okay.
And I already did it, so it should be detached. It's like one of those weird, not explained things, but it took me a while to figure out how to unlink.
Before I just kept deleting the objects and had to reload like saved versions of the object.
Yeah, yeah.
So who the hell owns this mountain and this mine now?
Nibene. Nibene still technically owns the mine, and his people are stationed up there.
And there's still these the slow Giantis. I don't know what they call them, the slave guys they're still like lost in that cave, I think.
Well, you're gonna backtrack from the very bottom of it, so if you want to pick up any of those NPCs on the way out, you could rescue them and bring them out. They were, I don't know, they're Gith, so they wouldn't be very popular back in town. But they could run off into the mountains to just live on the wild.
Or they can work in our mine.
I want to bring them back. I have plans for them.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
Ninja, this rod, it needs tuning, right?
Yeah, I probably forgot to write it on there, but yeah, it's like a main magic weapon. And they all require attunement.
Pretty cool. Alright. So I guess we go back to Nibene after this.
All right, so you're gonna go to the airship. You're gonna pack up all your treasures and all your NPC allies, and you're gonna fly back to Nibene, park at the tower that you built.
Yeah. We gotta report to him and explain. I guess I don't know how much you guys want to share with me, but actually, I say that we might not want to share as much as we know now. Because
They're fine. As long as they're well fed and they have something to drink, they'll survive just fine.
Maybe like that one. I guess the airship isn't fantastical when you're stuck on space mine number 89.
The ones that you rescued, I think, came from just a regular mine underground. So, yeah, they'd be impressed. An airship is very unique, not something they'd ever see.
Oh wait, what about that halfling?
Yeah, the halfling can come with you, too.
Is he like, what's he gonna do now?
He's hanging out with Soul. He's going to be Soul's little sidekick.
That does sound funny.
He's going to dress him up in, like, one of those little, jester costumes. Like a little midget.
You know, they don't want to give their dick down to a nice earnest a nice dose of religion.
Teach him about the wind.
And the elf.
All right.
I would like to do more with this spy organization, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you have your agents infiltrating the different towns, learning things about the inner workings of their armies.
And we've got a lot to address with the nobles of our hometown.
Here.
Tyr, yes. Tyrian nobles. I've got my notes here.
Gonna try to depose Traxxas, the bastard.
Well, I feel like if I depose him, I'm only making things worse. So I just need to teach him who's boss.
Yeah.
And
You want the support of the church?
well, of course, that helps tremendously. The Tower of Flame, not too far away.
We
But,
always need some human sacrifice.
Hey, good morning.
Well, maybe Tirthani. No, not Tirthani. Turax is the one who messed with me.
Yep.
Minther wanted to kind of be my friend, but he's a merchant guy, and I don't like that. So I just hate everybody, really. Everyone makes my stomach turn.
You're gonna be an
Tirthani
anarchist, causing
Tirthani likes
chaos.
slavery. Right, Tirthani likes slavery. He wants the old ways with the slave pits and the Colosseum and everything.
Yep.
So I'm not too keen on that, and of course Horus wouldn't be either. And Turax is just dirty as shit, and he's the top dog, and he wants my head. So it's a whole mess. It's just a bad all around. But we're gonna get my hands dirty.
While we are on the ship and we're heading to Nibene, I kind of want to assemble all of the team into like our meeting space,
Mm-hmm.
in the captain's office.
Yep.
And I said before we speak to Nibene, and I know there's a lot of us, we all have our voice, and some share certain things with other, but what happened to us here, I don't think that anyone except for some very specific people should know what happened to us. I'm not sure. I think it's important that we don't inform people like Nibene in particular, any sorcerer king, of the existence of other planes of existence.
Yeah, I would agree.
I'm pretty sure they're aware. They don't know how to get to them or what any of them are.
Right.
Well, actually, didn't the Draco Lich already know?
Yep, he did have a gate. He had a gate to one of the hills.
Yeah, but he had a special. Yeah, he had the mirror, and it was from the Blue Age. And it's not really stuff that we can make happen again. But in this case, they sacrificed a lot of people, which sorcerer kings could do the same thing. And I don't think we want to send them give them the clues on how to make that happen.
On that note, should we speak to the
It's a wreckage. It's not worth anything as it is.
True, but even a broken mirror can be put back together.
Well, I'm pretty sure the guide implies that the gate is useless scrap metal by the end of the adventure. Can't be used to go back through anymore. For sure. Yeah, you could collect the pieces and study it. It would be the remnants of a broken artifact that would certainly be of interest to wizards.
Well, I also have some magical forgers in the Time of Fire that comes from another dimension. So I have a fire giant that comes from the Faerun.
Give it to him as a gift.
Well, you study it, and then maybe we can work on something. But you gotta remember, would you personally be willing to sacrifice the life of hundreds of people just to make it work?
No, but I also wouldn't be willing to be sorcerers over there when they're out in that too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, and that's why I wanted us to like kind of agree on if we're going to be sharing that information. You know, I might feel comfortable with Korganard and maybe some of the upper echelon of
The Veiled Alliance.
the Veiled Alliance. but
Sidira.
I would not share that information with the leader of Tyr.
What would Sidira do with the information?
Well, as a wizard, she'd have an interest in planar travel and spells.
Yeah, and don't forget too, we have a lot of manuals, magical manuals that we have no idea how to work.
Yeah, stuff they would be studying for years.
I'll be honest, Sidira, while I appreciate her and love her very much, I'm not too keen on what it sounds like she's doing with the Plane of the Sun. It sounds like there's a lot of... I don't like her new friends.
Well, I'm not a big
old
fan either.
friends, yes. So there seems to be something turning her spirit, and I'm not sure if... sometimes in idle talk, she just gives me pause. Like, I don't know...
It's one of those things where you make a bargain for power, and she's getting that power source from unfriendly plane.
I've had to make peace with some clerics of water at some times, you know.
What of our crew? What do they think has happened? Have they been standing here for the last 2 days?
As far as they know, you went down into a mine, and it took several days for you to come back.
Yeah. we're kind of tired and beat. Oren, like, saw the light for a second.
I'm old.
You're old.
Yeah, that's really going to shock everybody.
What are we going to do with that? You are a druid. Like, druids tend to live a long time, a long life, but are you going to try to reverse the effects of what happened to you?
There's a magic item, the Potion of Longevity.
Oh yeah, second edition.
I'm not sure how to do that.
No wonder ancient wizards and warriors and crap are always these age-punched creatures. It's not because they've been doing this forever. You can get to level 20 in like 5 years if you wanted to. It's because they eventually find the thing that ages you.
Yep.
Every single time.
Alright, that's a real mean status ailment.
How old are you now?
Where didn't write it down?
62, I think.
Oh,
Holy shit. Yeah,
I
what
wrote
is
here
it?
that I'm 58 now.
58? Yeah, it was something like that.
Wow. So how long? Like, what was it? Like 20 years?
I think it was 20 years.